Hiram Revels makes history as America's first black senator. Hiram Revels, a name less known today but profoundly significant, symbolizes a breakthrough in American history. As the first African American ever to serve in the U.S. Senate, Revels represented a triumph of resilience and courage during a time of immense struggle. His entry into the Senate was nothing short of historic, a symbolic victory for African Americans amid the challenges of the Reconstruction era. This momentous occasion came with the weight of hope and expectation from newly freed Black Americans, and Revels carried it with dignity. In this video, we'll explore his journey, his contributions to politics, and the legacy he left behind for future generations of African Americans in government and beyond. Hiram Revels was born in 1827 in Fayetteville, North Carolina, to free African American parents during a period when most black people in the South were enslaved. Despite limited access to formal education, Revels showed a keen intellect and determination. From a young age, he sought out opportunities to learn, attending a Quaker-run school in Indiana. Later, he pursued higher education at the Union County Quaker Seminary and Darke County Seminary in Ohio, both known for their progressive values. His pursuit of knowledge was remarkable for the time and a testament to his commitment to self-improvement. This drive for education and self-betterment foreshadowed his future dedication to empowering others through learning and equality. Revels' dedication to helping others led him to a career in ministry, where he joined the African Methodist Episcopal Church, one of the few institutions led by and for African Americans. As he preached across Indiana, Illinois, Kansas, and Missouri, Revels often encountered hardship and hostility, but he continued undeterred, seeing the power of faith as a tool for uplifting his community. His sermons resonated with themes of unity, dignity, and resilience, earning him respect across racial lines. During the Civil War, he expanded his work, helping recruit African American soldiers for the Union Army. This role underscored his commitment to equality and justice, marking his ministry as both a religious calling and a form of social advocacy. Revels moved to Mississippi, where he quickly became involved in the local political scene. At a time when political power was opening to African Americans for the first time, Revels emerged as a respected leader. His emphasis on unity and fair representation gained him favor among both black and white residents, making him a strong contender in Mississippi's political circles. In 1869, he was elected to the Mississippi State Senate, where he advocated tirelessly for universal suffrage, equal rights, and the fair treatment of all citizens. His leadership came as a breath of fresh air in Mississippi, inspiring others to believe that lasting change was possible in the Reconstruction South. His state Senate role would become the stepping stone to even greater influence in the U.S. Senate. In 1870, as Mississippi rejoined the Union, it gained the right to send representatives to Congress, opening 2 seats in the U.S. Senate. African American leaders saw this as an unprecedented opportunity to make a statement on equality, and Revels was chosen to represent Mississippi. His candidacy faced fierce opposition. Some legislators argued that he was not a citizen due to pre-Civil War laws. However, supporters countered that Revels had been born free and had served in roles that affirmed his citizenship. On February 25, 1870, he was finally sworn in, making history as the first black U.S. senator. His victory represented a symbolic shift in American politics, a beacon of hope for all African Americans striving for representation and justice. Once in office, Revels quickly got to work, advocating for civil rights and justice. He pushed for the integration of public schools and argued for amnesty for former Confederates, promoting healing in a fractured nation. Revels was vocal in his support for African American veterans and worked tirelessly to address the injustices faced by freedmen in the South. Despite his efforts, he faced immense opposition from other senators, particularly those from former Confederate states who resisted the progress of Reconstruction. Though his term lasted only a year, Revels' accomplishments spoke volumes. His advocacy for equal rights laid the groundwork for future black leaders in politics, showing that African Americans could contribute meaningfully to the nation's highest legislative body. Revels' place in the Senate was historic, not only as a first for African Americans, but as a symbol of the promises of Reconstruction. His appointment challenged long-held beliefs about race and governance, igniting new hope among African Americans and paving the way for future black politicians. However, it also drew the ire of those who resisted change, and his term highlighted the immense hurdles Reconstruction would face. Revels showed that representation in government mattered, that having diverse voices could create meaningful change. Though the Reconstruction era was short-lived, Revels' legacy endured, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for equal representation in government. After his Senate term, Hiram Revels returned to Mississippi, where he focused on education, becoming the president of Alcorn State University. This institution aimed to educate African Americans and prepare them for successful careers. Under Revels' guidance, the university expanded its programs, setting a standard for black education in the South. He also became a prominent figure in the AME Church, continuing his work in ministry and supporting the spiritual growth of his community. Revels remained active in civic life, believing that education was essential for progress and stability. His work at Alcorn and within the AME Church underscored his lifelong dedication to empowering African Americans through both learning and faith. Revels' legacy as the first black U.S. Senator continues to resonate today, serving as a beacon for those who have followed in his footsteps. Despite the setbacks of the post-Reconstruction era, his achievements became rallying points during the Civil Rights Movement and continue to inspire black leaders. Revels demonstrated that African Americans could hold high office and impact the nation's political landscape. His contributions live on in the work of modern black senators, educators, and activists, proving that even a single voice can influence the course of history. Revels' courage in the Senate encouraged others to push for justice and equality, paving the way for future generations. Hiram Revels' life was one of quiet courage and unwavering dedication to equality. His journey from humble beginnings to the halls of the U.S. Senate serves as a reminder of the power of perseverance and the potential of individuals to bring about lasting change. Although his time in office was brief, the significance of his role in history is profound. Revels was a trailblazer, a pioneer, and an inspiration to those who seek to build a more inclusive future. As we remember Hiram Revels, we honor the ideals he stood for and recognize the importance of representation and justice in shaping a more united America.